remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, comment. Bodies found in plane wheel well hours after Jamaica trip. According to Fort Lauderdale, Florida Associated Press, an investigation is underway to determine the identities of two bodies discovered in the landing gear compartment of a Jetblue aircraft in the United States on Monday night and how the security breach occurred. Though its most recent flight was from New York to Fort Lauderdale, the jet had been in both Kingston, Jamaica and Salt Lake City, Utah earlier on Monday, according to the flight tracking service.
2 people were found dead in the landing gear compartment of a JetBlue plane in Florida Monday night. The airline says the bodies were discovered during a routine inspection after the plane landed at the airport in Fort Lauderdale. CBS News' Christian Benavides has more.
The disturbing discovery was made late last night here at Fort Lauderdale International Airport. The big question at this point is, at what point did these two apparent stowaways get into the landing gear of this aircraft? We know that the plane is JetBlue flight 1801 that departed from New York's JFK, landed here in Fort Lauderdale. But again, at this point, it's unclear when those two apparent stowaways got into the aircraft. They were discovered during a routine post-inspection after the plane landed. Broward County Sheriff's Office says that their officers were called around 11:30 last night, and paramedics declared both individuals dead on scene. Again, the investigation now is, where did these two apparent stowaways get on? The flight did start its stay in Kingston, Jamaica. It then flew to New York's JFK, went to Salt Lake City, then back to JFK before landing here in Fort Lauderdale. I spoke to an aviation expert who talked about some of the deep risks that are involved with folks who attempt to do this, essentially saying that this is pretty much a death sentence. You got to remember, inside of the landing gear, once you get to a certain point, once you get to a certain altitude, it is not pressurized. And in addition to that, it is not heated. Temperatures at about 35,000 feet, according to this expert, reach about negative 50 degrees Celsius. And
this next clip is just to give you an idea of what it looks like and the dangers associated with attempting to stow away in a wheel well. It is alleged that these two men were attempting to get away from a harsh life, or what we call a hard knock life, on the island of Jamaica due to socio-economic conditions, coupled with the high rate of crime currently on the island.
Yeah, a lot of questions on this one. We got a tour of an airplane similar to the one at Fort Lauderdale. We also got the chance to speak with airplane maintenance workers who say, yeah, it is possible for someone to make it inside of the wheel well, but it's dangerous.
30, 20.
It was a JetBlue plane like this one landing at Fort Lauderdale Monday night, where ramp workers discovered 2 dead bodies in a wheel well on a flight from JFK.
First of all, this should never happen. The priority is security always at the airport property, and clearly the security here has been breached.
Not survivable. So how did it happen? FEAM Aero gave Local 10 News an exclusive look at a 757 that's in for maintenance.
Plane experts are describing to us how a stowaway might make it inside the wheel well. It starts right here on the wheel that they use to climb inside of the well. Now, making it in here sounds easy. Surviving the flight, not so much.
Aviation attorney Willard Shepard says not only is it dangerous, it's a breach in security. Someone should never make it onto the tarmac.
This should never take place. It does raise a lot of questions about how this took place.
According to Shepard, a former fighter pilot, the chances of anyone surviving in the air once the wheels retract is 20%.
You could be crushed by the landing gear coming up. You could fall out when the gear door is opened again. But the two other primary dangers are the temperature. So it's extremely cold. And also the same thing when it comes to the oxygen.
This is the latest news on every news channel.
Jetblue has confirmed that the bodies of 2 people were found inside the landing gear of a plane last night. The airline says they were found during a routine post-flight inspection of a plane that ultimately landed at New York JFK Airport after making stops in Salt Lake City and Kingston, Jamaica. CBS News Miami reporter Morgan Reiner has the latest from Fort Lauderdale.
That's right. JetBlue confirmed for us that during one of their routine post-flight inspections, they did find 2 people in the landing gear compartment of one of their flights. Unfortunately, both of those people were dead. At this hour, we do not know their identities. We don't know how they got through security and into the landing gear to begin with. We do know that the flight came from JFK in New York, which is about a 3-hour flight time. JetBlue added that this is a heartbreaking situation, that they are committed to working closely with law enforcement to figure out exactly what happened here. You know, for hours overnight at Fort Lauderdale International Airport, passengers, people arriving here at the airport did see a medical examiner, a crime scene van, several Broward County Sheriff's Office deputies. You can see behind me now, operations are back to normal here at the airport. It's been very busy all morning long. Of course, we will let you know as soon as we get any more information about this deadly investigation. Back to you.
It is sad to hear this story, and for those who are contemplating doing this kind of move, please do not think twice. Reach out to someone. Yes, life is hard, the crime rate is high, minimum wage sucks, health system sucks, the roads suck. Reach out to someone, call a family member or a friend. Yeah, pride gets in the way sometimes, but this is not the way to go out. The way to enter another man's country is not this route at all. You are better off facing hard times in your country than facing it in another man's country and then making this deadly move or making this decision that could lead to a situation like this. It's not worth it. You have family members and friends who are mourning. I'm sure there are people who love you dearly and care enough to assist you in your time of need. So reach out and touch someone. And those people who are well off, yes, assist your brothers and your sisters. The Bible says to love your neighbor as yourself. Each one reach one, each one teach one. So let this be a message. It's a sad message, but let's use it as a reminder that this is not the way to go. There are other solutions to different situations. Brainstorm, ask questions. My thoughts and prayers to the families and friends of the 2 people who were found dead in the wheel well. May God grant you the strength and the courage to deal with the situation and, of course, life in general after this sad situation. It's your girl, Sierra Diva Dion, saying, walk good.